This is just an informal meeting to start the work on the comprehensive plan. In my opinion, very important. All the efforts to direct the township and what we should be striving for in the next 5, 10, 20, 50 years. So it's wonderful that you are all here and available. I think the best way to start is, so we have everyone did put their name on the list. Anyone that did not? Okay, that's good. And maybe Bruce, while you're there, would you mind handing the microphone maybe to Patty up in the front row? And maybe please just go around the room and illustrate, or I don't know, would you guys mind standing up there just so others can see your face and know who you are? But it's a way to familiarize with who all is here and their involvement. But what I'd maybe like to hear is just your name and your address, and then if you had any past with a comprehensive plan, and then maybe shed a little bit of light on what your business is involved in currently, or how you would be an asset to the comprehensive plan committee. Does that make sense? All right.
No, I know. No,
Yeah,
no,
that'll
I'm
work.
a resident.
That'll work.
Do I look that official? See, I'm glad I combed my hair.
All right.
Hi, I'm Patty Mallory. I live on 1898 Rising Road. I have some background. I work, this is even working, probably talk loud enough. I work with the Peters Township Sanitary Authority right now. And Eric.
Is it working?
No, I don't think it is.
You gotta hold it closer, please. Hold it closer to the mouth.
I can talk.
All right.
I have kids, grandkids and dogs, they talk loud enough. Eric recruited me for the sewage board 2 months ago, so I started with that. I have background in comprehensive planning. My whole career I've been doing government work. I was a township manager for a small part of my career. I do more finance, though. I do a lot. My background's in sewer and water rate analysis, bond feasibility reports, those kind of issues. So,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm very interested.
Patty, we're to your back.
Oh,
Ron wasn't able to hear, so I don't mind the back, and it's okay to speak to the constituents, but let us hear you.
so my background, no, it's in my background, my interest. I really piqued my interest when I met Eric at the Turnpike meeting. So I was very disappointed in how the township handled some of the interaction, especially with some of the residents up on Rising Road. And I did reach out to the Turnpike Commission, just so you all know. I am meeting with them, getting landscape plans for when the project's done, what all that area is going to be looking like. And so I think that would be valuable in helping this project too with the comprehensive planning. So in case projects like this come in the future, you know, so we're ahead of the game and know what questions to ask and really how to approach it. So that's what really got my interest going to start. So.
Very well, thank you. You could pass it back to him.
Thank you.
Get to Ron in a moment.
We're gonna skip.
Yeah.
Does this work? Oh, I guess.
You sound good.
Yeah, definitely. My name is George English. I live on Circle Lane. I have a question. How many comprehensive plans has the township done over the years?
You know what, I doing some brief history. I saw, I guess the first one started in 1964, and then there was an 83, then there was a 97, 98, and then 2015. Does that sound about right? There's a big, okay, 3 formally adopted. George?
You did one in 2015?
No,
Partial.
3 formally adopted plans.
Elizabeth, when did we do that last one?
When what?
What year was it we did the last one?
96 to 98, or was it I'm sorry, 2006 to 2008.
Okay.
We worked on it when we were done. It went to the planning commission for their review, and as far as I know, they never did anything with it.
Right.
Okay. Continue with that, just staying on topic, please, George.
Okay. So 2006, 2008 is your last one?
No, we are using the 98 template currently.
And has it been used?
Yes, the 98 is the comprehensive plan that we have in place. Is that correct? Yeah.
I mean, has anybody looked at it?
Yes.
So you're following it?
So we are what?
The township is following it?
We are. That's the one that is in place.
So what on that comprehensive plan, can you point to one part of it and said that the advisory board, or whatever the commission was that wrote it and approved it, and then I guess the township supervisors approved it? What did it include?
All right. You know what? We will have some of these discussions talked about. Maybe.
Well, here's why I'm asking.
Okay.
Well, obviously you were interested in doing another one.
Yes, and it should be done, I understand, every 10 years or so.
And what happens typically with these things, not just in Cecil, but this is pretty common, that you'll write one, it finds a shelf, and that's where it sits. And while I am interested in this, I'm not interested in getting involved in something that will just find a shelf to sit on, and that's it.
All right. Very well. Do you wish to participate with the process?
Only after the supervisors say what they're going to do with it.
Okay. Well,
It's
it shall be.
a two-way street, really.
Yes.
I mean,
yes,
you're asking citizens, which I am one,
yes.
and residents, of which I am one, to dedicate their time and attention to doing something like this. But unless you can tell me what you've done with this one here, why would anybody want to spend all their time to work on something when it's not going to do anything?
Okay. Understood. Yeah, the other has been implemented. It is a tool that should always be reviewed. It is a way that we steer our township towards what is in that comprehensive plan. It is a mechanism for grant writing. It is, so all those things are involved in that.
Okay,
And I
well,
for
answer-
one, I don't know, I for one plan on using it, every resource. The other supervisors as well?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Wait, say again?
Yes, we do.
Mr.
Yes, we do what?
We plan on implementing the comprehensive plan that we adopt. There have been several issues as a township in the past 10, 15, 20, 25 years that have been talked about, and like you say, put on a shelf. We have a new board here, and we believe in being proactive and moving forward. We're not going to let things sit idle here. This is a new board.
Well, thank you for answering my question, because that's what I wanted to know.
Very well.
You're welcome.
George, to complete the process, I saw your name on some documents. You were on a planning, or a comprehensive plan previously as well?
No,
No? Okay.
no, I served on a planning commission for 11 years,
Oh, you're,
and on
okay.
the sewer authority for 5.
Okay.
And prior to that, I was a township manager for 8 years. Not here.
In addressing why you would be a good candidate on the board, would you let the fellow residents know your answer to that?
I mean, that's a tough question. Maybe I'll just talk about one issue first. And Eric, I talked to you about just one issue one time. You and I met once before.
Downtown Cecil,
No,
the main strip in Cecil.
no.
All right, go ahead.
I'll tell you. But anyway, but I told you this when I met you. That of all the townships in this area, and you can pick anyone you want, South Fayette, Collier, Upper St. Clair, Mount Lebanon, North Strabane, South Strabane, and so on. Only one township in this area has its own zip code, and that's Cecil. 15321. There is a Cecil, PA. There is not a North Strabane, PA. There is not a Mount Lebanon, PA. South Fayette, Collier, none of these municipalities have their own zip code like we do. And this part of Cecil is, that's Cecil. I mean, 15321, you all know where it is. So we have an opportunity here to have an identity. and we're not making good use of that opportunity.
So your statement is that if that was implemented into the comprehensive plan, we could act upon it?
What I'm saying is that Route 50, Millers Run Road, is Main Street in Cecil Township, because that's where the Cecil, PA address is.
Right.
And if you drive from here to where the 4-lane starts, I don't think you'll see anywhere between here and there that looks like a town, that looks like a village, that looks like a place that has an identity.
Mr. Eilish, I think with the creek and the railroad, we're kind of limited to what we can put in here along this Route 50 corridor.
Maybe you're right. Maybe
The
you're not.
space is limited.
Well, maybe you're right, maybe you're not.
But
Okay, that's all I'm saying. Like,
You're limited for parking and everything.
we could entertain,
I'm just saying that we have a Cecil, PA zip code here. We have the opportunity to have an identity. And I don't know if it's on Route 50 exactly. I don't know if it's on Muse Bishop Road somewhere, or I don't know where it would be. But all I'm saying is, it's an opportunity that we have, that this township has, that no other township in this region has. And if you can demonstrate to me, not you, because you're new, that anybody has ever looked into that to see if we could take advantage of that opportunity, okay, fine. And you could say, well, we did all of this and there's no land or whatever, okay, fine. But I don't think that has happened yet.
Well, being a resident for 57 years here, this corridor's not changed much since I was a little kid to now. It's not changed much at all.
I agree with you, which is why I say it's a problem.
Yes, it is a
George, we
problem.
worked on that plan for 2 years.
Pardon?
About almost 70% of Route 50 corridor is undevelopable. You got the setbacks from the road, you got 50 feet from the creek everywhere. The right-hand side, all the way up, is pretty much done with the railroad. What are you gonna do with it? So, as far as making that a fancy corridor, it ain't gonna happen.
I didn't say
We did
fancy.
rezone.
Whoa. I didn't say fancy, and I didn't say this corridor. I just said that from here to the 4-lane is 15321. This is where the identity of Cecil is possible. Now, if after you engage a commission and it's looked at for a couple of years, and after everybody looks at the zoning and setbacks and all these kinds of things, it says, and we say, there's no way we could do anything on this corridor, okay. But I don't think that's happened yet.
Well,
I
George,
mean, you may have an opinion, and I may have one, everybody has an opinion, but until you put a commission on this and actually study this and get some professionals in here to look at the terrain to see maybe something could be done, until that day happens, then you can't say it cannot happen.
hold up a second, George. We had a professional. We had Roberta Surratt. And we looked at every bit of this township. And we did. We were gonna rezone by Cecil Elementary, going up Wilson Avenue, we were rezoning, and going to Bishop Muse Road. So don't say until you get a committee to do this. We did this all, from Cecil to Hill Station to Muse, everywhere.
well, you know what,
With Roberta Surratt, who is a professional.
So
This-
we have a document that describes all that?
this should be an item that we could either, so the idea is that the supervisors are gonna relinquish starting this meeting and give it to you. So however your group decides to follow up on those issues is what the direction and control shall be. Rather than it be just a Cecil, it's the township, Cecil Township. So it's up to you guys though to look at it as an entity, and please let me, just yield and hold that, but don't bring all the ideas when you're coming to contribute to the township and the comprehensive plan.